stabilizing probably proximally to wherever you're going to be resistant. So if I'm doing hip flexion, I'm going to stabilize at the hip. Often people who are hemis, like if I'm a left hemi, I tend probably to be maybe more like this. And when I ask them to bring their leg up, they might do more like this. So I tend to stabilize the hip that I'm testing. Some people, I think Jamie sometimes stabilizes the other hip. Come on in, Jamie. We just talked about making sure to sit on the mat, feet supported and stuff, and we're doing gross assessment. I was talking about hip stabilization. That was controversial. So if I was testing her left, and the other thing is when you have hemis, I usually test their non-affected side first, because especially if they have some aphasia, the right hemi, I want to make sure they're understanding me and that I'm not making an error that they can't hip flex, right? And they actually can. It's more of a communication problem. So if she was a left hemi, I would test her right first. So I would go up with the right, so I'd have her go up like this, and I tend to again stabilize here. Some people will stabilize here, but I think the big picture is make sure that they're sitting with weight on both hips as best as they can, and that they're not picking up their hip rate. So wherever you need to stabilize at the hip, I mean whichever side. And then I would go to her hemi side, and I'd have her pick it up, and I would go here. Correct? Everyone good so far? All right. I don't know, some people do adduction here. If you wanted to, you could resist here, or go here. Wanted to. Otherwise, you go right into knee extension. So again, I would go to her non-hemi side, and I tend to go like this, and then have her straighten her knee out, but not lock it, right? And then I go like this. And then I go to her hemi side, and go out. So the big thing you gotta look for is, first of all, they have to be able to follow the directions, right? To be pretty valid muscle testing, gross assessment. And then the other thing is that you want to make sure that they have some isolated movement if you're doing a true gross assessment. Brought up your foot here. Again, you can hold here, right? The same thing here. And then it's up to you with plantar flexion. You know that the true plantar flexion test, you might want to see if they're at high enough level that they can stand, right? And do the calf raises or the heel raises. And I told them Asia we're going to do next semester, Jamie, for people with spinal cord injury. Everything's supine. And I think that's, do you want to add anything to the gross assessment for strength? For hip legs? Okay. An orthopedic internship, and they go right in and try to do both of mine. And I'm like, whoa, 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 you know? So usually, again, I do the non-affected side and then the affected side. So obviously, you would look at their gross range of motion and then, you know, do maybe abduction. And again, these are people who have isolated active movement. And I don't come out here with my patients who are weaker of neurological. I go just here and I go here. That's the other thing. If they're really pretty weak, a lot of people come in and do on the knees. Or if they come in and they do this, and I got a patient who has compromised balance, it's not going to be a good thing. So just be conscientious of that. It may work for the orthopedic population of people, but not for the neuro, I would say. And then I usually do flexion. Again, I tend to stabilize here. And then I do elbow flexion. You guys know the elbow flexion, right? Elbow extension. I tend to do wrist extension again. And then grip strength, usually dynamometer for grip strength. There are a lot of pincer type grips, or, you know, have you guys done those yet? Okay. OTs will do them, but often, you know, in the state of Arizona, people who have access, Mercy Care, and are above the age of 21, often they're not going to have OT as a speech benefit, so you're going to see people with stroke who you're going to have to evaluate their upper body, and you may sometimes have to do the other grips, you know, like the pincer grips, and there's a device that you can use. You just want to work closely with your OTs.
Moderate resistance throughout, it's a 2. If you feel resistance throughout, it's a 3. And if you can't move it, it's a 4. Okay? So, am I right? Yeah. Yes. Awesome. That's yeah. Velocity dependent. So pretty much, in order to test using your modified Ashford, did you guys watch the video that's on this lab? Basically, you're going to check their range of motion just generally, slowly, and then you're going to do a quick test of range in 1 second. So you should say 1 second. Okay, so if I'm testing, let's do this right. If I'm testing biceps, then I'm going to go over 1 second. Okay? And what you're going to feel is either nothing, which that's gonna be a 0. And then you're gonna feel a catch and release. That's a 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, do you guys have it pulled up? Anyone have modified Ashworth pulled up?
I think, what's on here now, or is that, I don't know, if she gave it
No,
modified.
scoring's down here.